Every spring,
Every spring,
hundreds of adventure seekers dream of climbing Chomolungma,
hundreds of adventure seekers dream of climbing Chomolungma,
also known as Mount Everest.
also known as Mount Everest.
At base camp, they hunker down for
At base camp, they hunker down for months,
months, waiting for the chance to scale the mountain's lofty, lethal peak.
waiting for the chance to scale mountain's lofty little peak.
But why do people risk life and limb to climb Everest?
But why do people risk life and limb to climb Everest?
Is it the challenge,
Is it a challenge?
the view,
The view? The chance to touch the sky?
to touch the sky? For many, the draw is Everest status as the highest mountain on Earth.
For many, the draw is Everest status as the highest mountain on Earth.
There's an important distinction to make here.
There's an important distinction to make here.
Mauna Kea is actually the tallest from base to summit,
Mauna Kea is actually the tallest from base to summit,
but at 8,850 meters,
but at 8,850 meters above sea level.
above sea level, Everest has the highest altitude on the planet.
Everest has the highest altitude on the planet.
To understand how this towering formation was born,
To understand how this towering information was born,
we have to peer deep into our planet's crust,
we have to peer deep in our planet's crust,
where continental plates collide.
where continental plates collide.
The Earth's surface is like an armadillo's
The Earth's surface is like an armadillo armor.
armor. Pieces of crust constantly move over,
Pieces of crust constantly move over,
under, and around each other.
under, and around each other.
For such huge continental plates, the motion is relatively quick.
For such huge continental plates, the motion is relatively quick.
They move 2 to 4 centimeters per year,
They move 2 to 4 centimeters per year,
about as fast as fingernails grow.
about as fast as fingernails grow.
When two plates collide,
When two plates collide,
one pushes into or underneath the other, buckling at the margins
one pushes into the underneath the other, buckling at the margins,
and causing what's known as uplift to accommodate the extra crust.
and causing what known as uplifts to accommodate the extra crust.
That's how Everest came about.
That's how Everest came about.
50 million years ago, the Earth's Indian plate drifted north.
The 50 million years ago, the Earth's Indian plate drifted north,
Bumped into the bigger Eurasian plate,
bumped into the bigger Eurasian plate,
and the crust crumpled, creating huge
and the crust crumbled, creating huge uplift.
uplift. Mount Everest lies at the heart of this action.
Mountain Everest lies at the heart of this action,
On the edge of the Indian-Eurasian collisions
on the edge of the Indian-Eurasian collision zone.
But mountains are shaped by forces other than
But mountains are shaped by force and other than uplift.
uplift. As the land is pushed up, air masses are forced to rise
As the land is pushed up, air mass are forced to rise as well.
well. Rising air cools, causing any water vapor within it to
Rising air cools, causing any water vapor within it to condense
condense and form rain or snow.
and form rain or snow.
As that falls, it wears down the landscape,
As that falls, it wears down the landscape,
dissolving rocks or breaking them down in a process known as
dissolving rocks or breaking them down in process known as weathering.
weathering. Water moving downhill carries the weathered
Weather moving downhill carries the weather material
material and erodes the landscape,
and erodes the landscape,
carving out deep valleys and jagged peaks.
carving out deep valleys and jagged peaks.
This balance between uplift and erosion gives a mountain its shape.
The balance between uplift and erosion gives a mountain its shape.
But compare the celestial peaks of the Himalayas to the comforting hills of Appalachia. Clearly, all mountains are not alike. That's because time comes into the equation too. When continental plates first collide, uplift happens fast.
When continental plates first collide, uplift happens fast.
The peaks grow tall with steep slopes.
The peaks grow tall with steep slopes.
Over time, however, gravity and water wear them down. Eventually, erosion overtakes uplift. Wearing down peaks faster than they're pushed up. A third factor shapes mountains.
Climate.
In sub-zero temperatures, some snowfall doesn't completely melt away.
In sub-zero temperatures, some snowfall doesn't completely melt away.
Instead, slowly compacting until it becomes ice. That forms the snow line, which occurs at different heights around the planet.
That forms a snow line, which occurs at different heights around the planet. Depending on climate.
At the freezing poles, the snow line is at sea.
At the freezing poles, the snow line is at sea level.
Near the equator, you have to climb 5 kilometers before it gets cold.
Near the equator, you have to climb 5 kilometers before it gets cold enough
for ice to form. Gathered ice starts flowing under its own immense weight.
Gathered ice starts flowing under its own immense weight.
Forming a slow-moving frozen river known as a glacier.
Forming a slow-moving frozen river known as a glacier.
Which grinds the rocks below. The steeper the mountains, the faster ice flows.
The steeper the mountains, the faster ice flows.
And the quicker it carves the underlying.
And the quicker it carves the underlying rock.
Glaciers can erode landscapes swifter than rain and rivers.
Glaciers can erode landscape swifter than rain and rivers.
Where glaciers cling to mountain peaks, they sand them down so.
Where glaciers cling to mountain peaks, they sand them down so fast.
They lop the tops off like giant snowy buzzsaws.
They lop the tops off like giant snowy buzzsaws.
So then, how did the icy Mount Everest come to be so tall? The cataclysmic continental clash from which it arose made it huge to begin with. Secondly, the mountain lies near the tropics. So the snow line is high and the glaciers relatively small. Barely big enough to whittle it down. The mountain exists in a perfect storm of conditions. That maintain its impressive stature. But that won't always be the case. We live in a changing world where the continental plates,
Earth's climate,
and the planet's erosive power might one day conspire to cut Mount Everest down to size. For now, at least, it remains legendary in the minds of hikers.
It remains legendary of the minds of hikers,
Adventurers,
and dreamers alike.